mate, and the prisoner's head rolls onto the floor. Under the blankets, the guard found a bundle of towels instead of a body. The pillow held a lifelike decoy, sculpted from soap, toothpaste, and concrete dust, and topped with real hair swept from the prison barbershop floor. 3 men had vanished, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin. This morning discovery shattered the prison's reputation for absolute security. Breaking out was considered impossible, but the empty cells signaled America's greatest unsolved prison mystery. The geography of Alcatraz was its primary defense. The island is trapped in the middle of San Francisco Bay, isolated by over a mile of freezing water and lethal currents. The Bureau of Prisons utilized the island for its most violent and disruptive inmates, men who had proven they could not be controlled at any other federal facility. Even the most resourceful criminals in American history, from Al Capone to Machine Gun Kelly, spent years behind these bars without ever breaching the perimeter. Morris and the Anglin brothers arrived without the massive syndicates or bankrolls of these gangsters. These were low-level bank robbers who bypassed a high-security fortress through patient engineering instead of influence. Each man was confined to a narrow cell, boxed in by thick concrete. The only potential exit was a ventilation grate directly underneath the sink. For 6 months, they spent their nights chipping away at the concrete surrounding these vents, using sharpened metal spoons smuggled from the mess hall. To hide their daily progress from the guards, they crafted fake vent covers out of cardboard and used paint from the maintenance shop to mimic the exact color and texture of the cell walls. They eventually accelerated their work by building an electric drill, using the motor from a stolen vacuum cleaner and a sharpened spoon for the bit. They masked the mechanical grinding by timing their work to the prison's daily music hour, using the loud notes of an accordion to drown out the noise of the drilling. This patient labor eventually created a hole wide enough for a man to pass through. By exploiting the predictability of the prison routine, they gained access to a hidden utility corridor behind the walls. Any escape attempt faced a final, fatal obstacle: the 1.25-mile swim to the mainland. The water in the bay remains dangerously cold year-round, and the powerful tidal currents act as a natural wall that pulls swimmers directly out toward the Pacific. The inmates decided to build their own vessel. They gathered over 50 rubberized raincoats, either stealing them or obtaining them from other prisoners. Working in their secret corridor, they stitched the raincoats together to create a 6 by 14-foot inflatable raft and individual life vests. They learned vulcanization from a magazine, using the heat and pressure of the prison's steam pipes to permanently seal the raft's seams. Their ability to repurpose ordinary prison clothing into survival gear effectively neutralized the island's most formidable natural defense. On the night of June 11, 1962, the men set their decoys in place and entered the utility corridor to begin the final phase of the plan. The breakout faced an immediate setback. A 4th conspirator, Alan West, discovered that the cement he used to hide his digging had hardened, pinning his vent in place and forcing the others to leave him behind. The remaining trio shimmied 30 feet up the plumbing pipes within the corridor and prized open a ventilator to reach the roof of the cell house. They ran across the roof in full view of the guard towers, then shimmied down a 4-story kitchen vent pipe to reach the ground. They scaled 2 12-foot barbed wire fences and scrambled down a steep embankment to reach a blind spot on the island's northeast shore. After inflating the raft with a modified concertina, they launched into the water. Every physical barrier had been defeated, leaving them with one final unknowable variable: the open bay. The following morning, the government launched a massive multi-agency manhunt. The daily cost for the cutters, helicopters, and ground units reached the modern equivalent of nearly $1 million. Searchers found only meager evidence in the water: a wooden paddle, 2 life vests, and a plastic-wrapped wallet containing photos and addresses of the Anglin's relatives. The FBI officially concluded that the raft had failed and that all 3 men drowned in the turbulent currents of the bay. However, not a single body was ever recovered. This lack of physical proof left a gap in the official narrative, turning an open and shut inquiry into a mystery that has spanned decades. The government's claim of impossibility was challenged later that year when another inmate, John Paul Scott, successfully swam from the island to the mainland using inflated rubber gloves. In 2013, the San Francisco police received a letter from a man claiming to be John Anglin. It read, I escaped from Alcatraz in June 1962. Yes, we all made it that night, but barely. The author claimed that Frank Morris and Clarence Anglin have both lived full lives before passing away, and he offered to surrender his own freedom in exchange for cancer treatment. While the letter remains unverified, the U.S. Marshal Service refuses to close the investigation. All 3 men will remain on the active wanted list until at least 2026. Whether the Bay claimed them that night or not remains unknown. But if they survived, 3 men with spoons and raincoats outsmarted the most secure prison in the world to commit the perfect escape.